Welcome to Parallel Universe. Everyone remembers the smile. That enormous, luminous, impossible-to-ignore smile that launched 1,000 magazine covers and made Julia Roberts the most bankable actress on the planet. But here is what most people never knew. Behind that smile lived a heartbreak so devastating it nearly derailed one of Hollywood's greatest careers before it even fully began. And the man who caused it, he never saw it coming either. Before Pretty Woman. Before the Oscar. Before the $250 million net worth and the carefully protected life in New Mexico with her husband and 3 children, Julia Roberts was a young actress from Smyrna, Georgia trying to figure out love in one of the most unforgiving cities on earth. Hollywood rewards talent ruthlessly and punishes vulnerability just as efficiently. Julia arrived with both in equal measure. And in the late 1980s, as her career was accelerating at a speed that shocked even the people managing it, she fell, completely and apparently without reservation, for a man the entire world was also falling for at exactly the same moment. Before Kiefer Sutherland dominated the headlines, there was Dylan McDermott, her co-star in Steel Magnolias and her real-life partner through the earliest explosion of her fame. The two were engaged and by all accounts genuinely devoted. But the collision of 2 rising careers, relentless public scrutiny, and the particular loneliness of sudden overwhelming fame created pressures that quietly dismantled what they had built together. When it ended, it left a mark. Then came Kiefer Sutherland, and whatever wounds Dylan McDermott left behind were nothing compared to what happened next. They were engaged. The wedding was planned, announced, and anticipated by the entire world. Then 3 days before the ceremony, Julia called it off, and the fallout was as public and as painful as Hollywood heartbreak gets. What people closest to Julia have said consistently over the years is that the Sutherland collapse didn't just break her heart. It fundamentally rewired how she approached love and trust for years afterward. She fled to Ireland with his close friend Jason Patrick almost immediately after, a move that generated tabloid hysteria and personal criticism she absorbed largely in silence. She married Lyle Lovett in 1993 in what many described as 2 genuinely kind people finding comfort in the wrong moment. Through all of it, Julia Roberts kept working, kept smiling, and kept the deepest damage carefully out of frame. The ending of this story is a good one. Daniel Moder came along in 2001 on a film set, quietly, without fanfare, and without the explosive chemistry that had previously burned her. What he offered instead was steadiness. Constancy. A love built on mornings rather than movie premieres. They married in 2002 and have remained together ever since. Julia has said in rare candid moments that she finally understood the difference between intensity and intimacy. Between excitement and safety. Some lessons cost everything before they finally land. Julia Roberts built a career playing women who find their way to love against impossible odds. It turns out she was writing that story in real life the entire time. The heartbreaks were real. The rebuilding was real. And the happiness she found on the other side of all that pain is perhaps the most convincing performance she never had to rehearse. Some roles you are simply born to play. For Julia Roberts, this was always the one that mattered most.